Hello, collective. Welcome to Energy Reading. I hope you guys are doing well. As per usual, please take what resonates. Okay? So, your song is The Only Exception. And if you want to check out the artist or the lyrics, check out my YouTube community board or my Instagram for that. Okay? I actually thought I've done this message before with the same song, but I haven't. So I feel like that's symbolic for looking for something that's not there. Okay? And it's in relation to a karmic person that is trying to find something to make sure that you and the person you are thinking of, dealing with, feeling the feels for, doesn't end up together. Okay? I guess we're gonna base this on channel messages because I'm trying to do a new thing where let's go based on the lyrics. If it pops up, then so be it. But today I got time to. Actually, I always have time to channel. I think the situation is like what I notice. I feel like YouTube is trying to find a place for me, so I'm trying to make this more algorithm appropriate or based on saying I'm basing it on the lyrics, but a lot of times, oftentimes, channeled messages, here we come. Okay? So, with that being said, collective, yeah, there is, I would say this, your person, they won't let anyone hurt you or this connection. Okay? That's channel message number 2. Cohesively, it's all together. Because there's karmic or somebody, but I do feel like it's karmic. They are very adamant of not making this work. You and this person. I don't know if you recently started to get to know each other or it's been years, but someone is still working at it. They're very much trying to find something where it's like, no, collective and their person, no bueno. Where are we? No. Okay? Why are they doing this? Jealousy, envy. They don't love themselves. Because the situation here is just collective. I guess it's a little bit based on the lyrics, but as I was channeling the song and listening to it, talks about how their life wasn't easy. Specifically their family life. Okay, the upbringing was pretty tough, right? And they didn't believe they could fall in love or give love or be in love until they met you, quote unquote. You are the only exception for them to even know what love truly is. Okay, so without you, I don't think they probably ever been loved. You made them believe in love again. Okay? And going back to this, won't let you be hurt or anyone else hurting this connection because of how precious you are. But I also feel like in the same way, because of what you feel for them, I don't think you'll let anyone hurt your person and this connection. Now, when it comes to the parents and the upbringing, I know who you are, but maybe take a stance again for the people that were closest to them or are supposed to be. Okay? Channel message. Yeah, I think that's it. I have my little note situation. See here. They didn't believe in love until you. Childhood trauma was severe. Okay, so I'm just paraphrasing, but that is low-key your message here. I don't feel like... Let's do one card for though. I mean, I did mention a little bit from the lyrics, like the title and the upbringing, but let's say my channel message was kind of like, what are you talking about? If you are straight to the lyrics, let's do your cards, okay? So we got this one here, the moon. So I feel like there's something that's gonna be revealed. It could be a secret. It could be that your intuition is more lenient towards the lyrics. Okay. It could be that somebody's quite emotional and be like, no, for real, back to back from the first capital letter to the last. That's basically what I've been going through. And I wanted my person to see what I've been going through, and that's why the lyrics resonates. Okay. Also got this. Okay, so maybe the song could be an activation as well. A reminder also of the karmic past and life that you've been through or your person been through as well. And then we got obviously past life. Right? I'm just reading for the card on the cards right now. So and then we got water sign Vedic, which is pretty is different. Okay, look it up. I say this to say it doesn't have to be, but just like I get messages in terms of names, numbers, songs, emphasis on the music channelings, right? You similarly get messages when it comes to a person in similar ways. Like you're trying to figure out what's happening, right? And maybe you can't channel, but spirit, your person is but be like, you hear the only exception, right? Or I will always love you. And sometimes it doesn't have to be channeled, or you just have to be like, that's what it is, right? So I feel like that's for you peoples. You know, and for the rest of you guys that I don't know, watch for both of it or just my channel message, we're just gonna pull a few cards. Yeah, it's relevant here for the situation. I will say this though. Let me wait. Okay. So we got this one. So this is like the second time water has been in this reading. But it wasn't vertical, so basically it could be like a toxic water sign or a water sign that is about to heal or is on their healing journey or they need to heal. So I'm tuning into, there is a toxic water sign that's on some bullshit, okay? There's also somebody that is on their way to healing. I feel like they could heal based on the love that they get from you. And a toxic water sign perhaps is trying to make sure that there is no life. Because water is life. Literally, we're made of like, what is it, 70-80% water or something? I don't know. And if there's no flow, there is opposition, there is no livelihood, right? For some of you guys, family could be involved in terms of the people. I mean, listen, we go check out the lyrics. Maybe I'm not too far off. Okay. Family could be people that are closest to you, because I don't want to be like that. But if you check out the lyrics, I don't think I'm far off right now. Okay. There could be some sort of weird ass frequency in your home or in your person's home. 23 could also be symbolic, or less than 23 or before 23 days, weeks, hours on the 23rd. You could be 23 years of age. I'm also tuning in for somebody. This could have happened for, like, it could have gone on for 23 years for somebody, okay? It's pretty sad, but yeah. Like I say, it's soulmate. Like, a lot of people are involved. It's not just quote unquote family. It's like a bunch of people that just, you know, out here on some fuck shit. But you do have good people around you as well, or you will get good people, but it's been a struggle for not Okay. I feel like this is like could go both ways in terms of like who you're watching for. You know, this is genderless. Genderless. This is not gender based. Oh Lord. Maybe that's symbolic or something. I'm gonna do your go-to advice. Now, collective, please don't be upset. I do have other messages that I channeled like yesterday. Okay? And usually I do like the audio insights for those messages. They're quite specific. But I'm gonna add this into the reading. I really hope that you don't mind. But just overall, when it comes to your person and this energy, listen, they'll fight for you and yours. And because they find love and have fought for love so long, they will not let anyone mess this up. Or I feel like you're on that vibration. Now, this is your go-to advice. It's really good for you to protect yourself spiritually and physically right now. Because they could be... You know what? The love that you guys have each other is your protection, okay? I'm safe and divinely protected. I'm held in love at all times, okay? I feel like the fact that you're there is the protection that's needed, or vice versa, okay? All right. So I'm also channeling I Miss My Man's Arms. I know I said this is like, you know, not based on gender, but you know, you could be watching for masculine, or you're masculine, you're watching for feminine, and then miss your arms, okay? So this reading is kind of low-key done, right? The blockages for you guys is the people around you, heavy on the people that are closest to you, okay? And it's because it's kind of sad, but if a person or you has difficulty finding love, but it's not just based on, you know, humanity or man or woman is weird, but because of upbringing, it really takes a lot of energy and courage to finally realize where the problem comes from and overcoming this, right? And when they see that your person is overcoming this, or you, like, it's an energy shift, right? It's an energy shift. They're so grateful for you. I will say this though, the people that feel some type of way, you know, they're trying to make sure that this is like, oh, it's not that deep, it's not love, or trying to push you away or them away from you with their thoughts and opinions, they will overcome their envy and jealousy and spitefulness. Some, not all, okay? I feel like this is like more than just like the internal family members that's on your case or on your person's case. It's not easy coming. Everybody doesn't have a loving. You know what? Anyways, so no, but it's true. Not everybody have a loving space, in life. So these are the other messages that would not resonate, but I'm going to add it. I already feel some of you guys are like, what the heck, right? But I also got Carrie Bradshaw, no jobs. The Olympics, grandma, okay? And metamorphosis, moving closer to family or away. Okay, so I already feel it probably won't make sense, but somebody could love or have loved a life like Carrie Bradshaw. Well, I don't remember the Sex in the City. Like the last time I really, I remember Carrie Bradshaw, of course, and some of the characters' names, but a feminine energy live their life like that. And it could be like they're like her in character, but they don't have a job, or they wanted her to be like that. So that maybe like somebody was adamant of like you will always be a Carrie Bradshaw character. Now she was the main character, but the thing is, based on her life and how it was going, maybe she wasn't, because she was kind of like always searching for love and always ended up. I think she ended up chasing. I do remember Mr. Big, but like, ended up chasing this man that like didn't love her. I don't know if he was married as well, but like so like something of this nature. And there was always like she was always pining for love, and it was never real love. It kind of reminds me of the runner chaser dynamic in the twin flame frequency. So it's kind of like running around in circles with the same person, but the person didn't want you. Maybe your person's life was that when it comes to love. Now, I say this to say the basis of this energy is that people are trying to keep you apart, and it's more so people closest to them that just don't like that you guys are good together. Now, I don't remember if they're trying to keep Carrie away from Mr. Big, but they kind of sort of warned her about him being weird. But it took quite a long time for them to even like, you know. So I would say this though: you are not Mr. Big, okay? Or watch, like you. If I'm gonna introduce this into the reading, it kind of feels like they wanted this feminine you to be on this always chasing after other people that didn't love you, always being in miserable relationship, always struggling in love specifically, right? And right now you could be unemployed, or it could have led to you being unemployed, or you always dealt with people that was unemployed, like people that wasn't something. It felt like kind of like misfortune, okay, because people are miserable. So you know this could also be like a generational thing that you have broken, that you're not in that frequency anymore, like Carrie Bradshaw, or being unemployed or dealing with unemployed people. And then we got the Olympics. Now, the thing is, I could easily say you could watch this and so on, but I feel like the Olympics could be symbolic for always feeling like every year, or yeah, every year there's some sort of trial and error. Like the Olympics, it felt like life was like always on some sports, but when it came to your love life specifically, you know, in the sense of being led on by a Mr. Big, or love, or always having misfortune, having good support system, but not seeing that, not seeing yourself, um, or you just like watching sports, or the Olympics, so that's your go to with your person, okay? And lastly, we got grandma. So I feel like grandma um, is so grandma. What I'm channeling here could be on your side when it comes to love. Maybe grandma was in the Olympics. Maybe they thought that you wouldn't be a grandma. Um, I don't feel like grandma is the one that is on the opposition. But I will say this of the generational situation where it's like love in our family will always be some sort of freaking sport and being played on. Kind of started it from grandma, okay? And you finally are the only exception now that broke the generational curse when it came to love and being loved right. Um, so I really hope grandma's on your side when standing by you. Um, but I'm also feel like grandma could be a bystander, especially if she didn't have anyone vouching for her. But now her grandkid, great grandkid, finally like have what she always wanted for the family, but it never really happened to her. So I also feel like some sort of generational curse could have been broken as well. Um, so yeah, collective. Thank you for stopping by. Or I'm gonna add a little initial. I know I said it wasn't supposed to get too serious. But today is a different day. No, I'm really trying. Let's read a little bit from the lyrics to make it more, I don't know, more cohesive or something. Let's see. I'm also channeling jail. So maybe that was also a thing, whereas like you always dealt with people that had rough paths or the family be on some BS, okay? Anyway, so in terms of the lyrics, when I was younger, I saw my daddy cry and curse at the wind. He broke his own heart as I watched. He tried to reassemble it, and my mama swore that she would never let herself forget that the day that I promised I would never sing of love. If it does not exist. But darling, you're the only exception. Maybe I know somewhere deep in my soul that love never lasts, and we have got to find other ways to make it alone or keep a straight face. And I've always lived like this, keeping a comfortable distance. And up until now, I swore to myself that I'm content with loneliness because none of it was ever worth the risk. But you're the only exception. I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go what's in front of me. Here, I know you're leaving in the morning when you wake up. Leave me with some kind of proof it's not a dream, okay? You're the only exception, and I'm on my way to believing. Oh, I am on my way to believing. So, you could have met this person on some Mr. Big shit, right? Or Carrie Bradshaw shit, if we're gonna round it all off, right? She is infamous. She's very known. I mean, not complicated. She's very known to date around, and I have a lot of her friend group. Like she's like in her 20s, right? Living it up. And going back to the cards in the beginning, 23 was on the card. Okay, so definitely very symbolic here. You in your 20s. This is for those that resonate with the Carol Bradshaw. Maybe it makes sense, even if it's other messages, okay? Because I didn't get this insight on the spot, but I will say this collective. You could have met this your person or met her collective on a Carol Bradshaw shit where it's like, oh no, it was just a hookup at a club, at a bar, subway station, right? And you kicked it off. All of a sudden, it was a day or two, and the feelings realizing that it's not just on some conditional, it's not just physical, there's more to this, right? But of course, they don't think that that was a reality for them because that's not how they were, brought up. Or you. And I guess things are changing, have changed. Okay? So, I think that's it. We're going to leave it at that. Thank you for stopping by, collective. Yeah. Good luck in your journey life. Somebody's name is Cassandra. This is like the third time throughout the days I've got this specific name. If you see any Cassandra in terms of the title, go check it out. It might resonate. I might link it down underneath this in the description box, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, but it could definitely resonate for sure. I'm also tuning into Justin as well. I haven't mentioned the name Justin. I do remember the last time I mentioned the name Justin. The messages wasn't positive. It felt very struggle based type of insight. But I'm gonna keep this up and up. Again, see the messages, quote unquote, the names and the titles. Check it out. If not, I'm gonna leave it at that and see you in the next reading.